Synchrony Financial believes ambitions live everywhere. Whether in-store or online, every day at over 350,000 partner locations, we provide promotional financing to help customers purchase the things they need. Whatever you're working forward to, we have the technology, payment tools, and retail insights to help. What are you working forward to? Learn more at synchronyfinancial.com. Welcome to Total Retail Talks, your podcast channel for retail knowledge.
Hello, and welcome to episode 123 of Total Retail Talks. I'm Joe Keenan, Executive Editor of Total Retail. Today I'm joined by Rob Donohue, CEO of David Donahue, a men's lifestyle brand. We're going to be discussing the launch of David Donahue's pop-up store at Rothmans in New York City. Thanks for joining me, Rob.
Thank you, Joe. It's a pleasure to be with you.
So let's start by having you tell our audience a little bit about the David Donahue brand.
Well, the David Donahue brand is a 45-year-old company that was started by my father and a partner in 1972. For the first 31 years of the business, we were primarily in the men's accessory business, really meaning the jewelry business, cufflinks, stud sets, pocket jewelry, and we enjoyed a very robust distribution with the best retailers in the country. And in 2003, I had the idea, primarily because my wife was pregnant, I had a home under renovation, that I better look to do something a little bit more with David Donahue than just those product categories, as the responsibilities were mounting. So my sister joined me in the company at that point, and we launched a small collection of men's formal wear, bow ties, cummerbunds, regular ties, geared towards the jewelry aspect of what we'd been doing. And from that point in 2003, we have continually added to our product assortment and are now a complete lifestyle brand, going from tailored suits to sportswear, dress shirts, sweaters, everything for a complete lifestyle.
Great, and I think we're going to maybe get into that a little bit more. But as I mentioned in the intro, you guys recently made an announcement that you're going to be launching a pop-up store at Rothmans in Manhattan. So can you tell our audience a little bit about why that decision was made, why you feel like that's the right move for the David Donahue brand?
Sure. It's pretty simple. For a long time, people thought of David Donahue as, oh, you guys make cufflinks. And then over the last few years, as we've become a more major player in the dress shirt business, people say, oh, yeah, you guys do dress shirts. Well, the brand is a lot more than dress shirts today. And Rothmans, which is one of the finest men's stores in America, that we've had a very close relationship with them for 20 years, has been doing a lot of these curated pop-up shops and giving brands an opportunity to fully express themselves within a retail environment. So we looked at it as a unique opportunity to show the consumer, our retail partners, the media, that we are more than just a classification brand. So it's an important move for us, and it makes a lot of sense for us right now to let people understand, experience more what David Donahue is about, and not just about the product itself.
So are you looking at this pop-up shop as a potential test for a larger brick-and-mortar presence? Is this kind of a one-off thing? What are your thoughts around brick and mortar as a potential future for David Donahue?
Well, Joe, as a small company of about 20 people that all are very dedicated and very hardworking, we're just trying to get through the next month with our first retail experience. You know, we spend an incredible amount of time within our retail partners' locations currently helping build the brand. That I can't say that bricks is in our future, but I can say that we will look at it very closely depending upon the results of the 30 days that will be in Rothmans. It's a unique opportunity for us. They've carried many They sell a lot of products from us, but they don't carry our full entire lifestyle. And even the people that work within the store said, well, we sell everything from them already. And that's when I said to Ken Giddon, one of the two brothers that owns the store, I said, that's why I need to do a pop-up, because even the guys in your store that sell our shirts every day don't think of us as the total brand. And as the world becomes more brand-oriented, we need to be able to express ourselves that way.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing to promote this pop-up to your existing customers? Obviously, it's just in New York, but I guess to kind of get the word out that this is happening, not only with existing customers, but to generate potential new customers from this pop-up store experience.
Through social media primarily, through PR and reaching out to the media, to the Rothmans customer base of 14,000 New York metro area customers, as well as directly to consumers that we deal with directly, to invite them to come in to have a full brand experience where they may have only experienced us online, but that they have an opportunity to see the full breadth and width of what we do as a brand.
You've talked about this a little bit, but why was Rothmans the right partner for David Donahue in this venture?
Rothmans has had a great deal of success with brands that they have currently carried and brands that they have never carried before. These events, these month-long pop-up shops have been a great incubator of ideas, and they have a very dynamic and diverse customer base, and they're very much in line with our customer-centric thinking that it's all about the consumer. We are all in this business, whether we are a wholesaler or a retailer. Without the consumer's confidence in our brands, there's no reason for them to buy anything from us. And these guys bring in a very good cross-section of the metropolitan area consumer.
You mentioned that David Donahue is the wholesaler side of the business, retail partners, but you also sell direct-to-consumer online. So can you talk about the challenges that exist for the brand in those two different business units, and what you're doing to potentially make that a little easier for the business?
Well, we approach the online experience probably a little bit differently than most people today. We are not out there aggressively courting new consumers to buy our brand directly. As a small company, we are very fiscally responsible. And when we look at the customer acquisition costs, the extremely high rates of return that e-commerce brings with it, it's not something that we're really looking to grow dramatically anytime soon. We have been a brand that's been focused on a high level of customer service, delivering a great price value to the consumer, which I think is important because today, as you hear in many retail reports, it's all about promotion, value pricing. Well, something can be on sale. That doesn't mean just because it's 25 or 35% off that it now has value. We want somebody to put a product in their hands, feel it, look at it, put it on their back and say, wow, this shirt's only $135? Because that's how you get a consumer to understand and love your brand and come back again and again. So the e-commerce portion for us is we almost do it by default because we would be negligent and looked upon negatively if we didn't do it. So we do it, and we do it in a very conservative, controlled manner.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was going to ask, do you find that many of your online customers have experienced the brand first through a retail partner, have bought a shirt in a Nordstrom, for example, and then they've they like the brand and they're want to buy again, and just for the ease and convenience of it, they buy from your website. Is that kind of what you're seeing with the website, or are you getting customers discovering the brand first online?
We have a little bit more of discovery going on right now as we're trying to raise the brand's awareness with the consumer, be it with our partnership with NBC Sports for Football Night in America. We'll also be outfitting all the NBC guys through the Super Bowl broadcast. We are doing all of the announcers during the upcoming Winter Olympics. So we're seeing some more interest being generated by that and through our own social media. Some direct-to-consumer advertising that we've done recently, both in print and digitally with the Wall Street Journal. But we find that a great deal of the customers are what I call qualified customers. Just like if you were an investor today, if a brokerage was trying to sell you an investment product, they would want to make sure that you're qualified and you understand what you're getting into. And we find that most of the people that buy direct from us, they know the brand, they understand our fits. In dress shirts, we offer 3 different fits. So as you can imagine, that's a lot. Am I a regular fit? Am I a trim fit? Am I a slim fit? And really the way we're able to gauge that is the return rates that we have from our online consumer are extremely low single-digit numbers. So if they're buying it, keeping it, they're coming to us because they know what they like, they know what they want, and they know us.
Mm-hmm. So then my final question, Rob, is, looking forward, what are going to be the focus areas for David Donahue as it looks to grow the business? Is it more, ventures into some new products lines? Is it, technologies investments that you're looking at, potentially brick and mortar? What do you think going forward is going to be kind of the focal points that you're going to be looking into?
We're going to continue to add and expand on to the product categories that we currently offer, add more to those product categories, and really focus on product. Product is first and foremost, whether it's our retail partners or our own website. Retail needs great, compelling product in order to engage with the consumer on an ongoing basis. So we are going to continue to be very product driven. We are going to try to build more brand awareness based on the things that we believe in about offering the consumer great product that is a tremendous value, and really just stay the course. Our business this year has been very strong at retail. We can ship as much product in the world, but it's got to sell at the point of sale in order for it to be a good year. But we're actually having a very strong year, and I think the consumer that's out there shopping, when they find a good product that excites them, there is plenty of money to be spent. And I think this whole rush to bricks is over. I think that the financial press is overdoing it to the point where it's having a negative impact on mall traffic. Somebody recently sent me a video clip that from the inside of the Nordstrom store that just opened at Century City in Los Angeles. And they showed me a video of what the doors look like when they opened them at 10 o'clock that morning. The people were flooding into that store like it was the day after Thanksgiving. Now, that to me is a video that should go viral to say, bricks is still alive. Do we need to all add more experience to it for the consumer to draw them in? Yes. But then we also got to deliver on, here is wonderful product for you to buy while you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's what we've been reporting on as well. That, and I would tend to agree with you in your kind of in your statement that it's a little overdone, kind of the death of retail, when in fact, close to 90% of all sales are still happening in store, and in fact more stores are going to open this year than close. So that's kind of counter to what's being the narrative that's kind of being told in the press.
Yeah, the narrative that's being told, I think, is putting more pressure on that doesn't need to be there.
So, great. Well, I want to take this opportunity to thank Rob Donohue of David Donahue Menswear for joining me today, telling us a little bit about the business and its upcoming pop-up shop that's happening at Rothmans in New York City. Please check out our podcast channel page, mytotalretail.com/podcasts for show notes. Total Retail Talks is available on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. But make sure to subscribe on our podcast channel page as well. Thanks, and I look forward to you joining us in the next episode of Total Retail Talks.
This podcast has been brought to you by Synchrony Financial. At Synchrony Financial, we have the payment tools and technologies, promotional financing, and retail insights to put your ambitions in reach. Learn more at synchronyfinancial.com.